lap on him. That bag coming.
Here yesterday, some kids came through and rode all over the sidewalks and in the street, and across the street there's a daycare. They rode all over the sidewalks over there, bad words, you know, nasty things. So basically we're taking off from where we left off yesterday. We sandblasted over there across the street. Now we're going to work over on this side.
Since 86?
Since 86.
86, right?
That's right, 86.
Okay. What's going on?
So, you know, we finally in the art galleries, man.
Respect, that's good, man.
We made it.
Give us a little, like, history of FUA. What's your name, man?
My name is Zone.
Zone, okay, respect.
Zone FUA. I've been down with the squad since about 90, 91. And, you know, we're Rochester's premier graffiti crew, man. We trying to keep it popping up here and, you know, do some positive things in the city, man.
How'd you get involved with graffiti? Like, as far as like, what are your first like inspirations? Like artistic?
Spray can art, Beach Street, and Clinton Avenue, man, you know?
Growing up on Clinton, this is similar to Vietnam. You better have your riot gear ready. This is no joke out here. Shit out here, straight talk. Better walk the walk because this shit is no joke. Niggas get it in out here. Murder rate is high up here. The drug rate is high up here. And it's no joke. If you want to come up here, you better be strong because you got to survive. If not, they're going to take you out of here in a casket. There's no games out here. Strictly for the grown people. If you want to come and play games, you might not make it back home. So stay home. Don't come back out here. This shit is Iraq out here. Outrageously Iraq.
What do you think the graffiti has done for the neighborhood, though, as a form of expression and outlet for the neighborhood, the community?
If you really look at it, this is the only inspiration that there is in this neighborhood. And it's give the little kids inspiration. At least they have something to look forward to the next drawing, the next production put up on the wall. Until we have no parks basically in this neighborhood that the kids can go and play with. And graffiti, at least I might inspire a little kid or something. It'd be good, inspire one or two.
I've always been drawing, yeah, since I was like 4.
Since you were 4, huh?
Yeah, I won my first contest at 5 years old.
Okay. You still have the drawing?
I gave it to my father. I don't know, maybe he might have it, man.
What did you draw? Like what?
It was at Fannie Farmer. It was that chocolate company. And actually it was a coloring contest. So my mother entered me in it and I won, like $50 worth of chocolate. I sent it to Puerto Rico for my father.
You were 5 years of age?
Yep.
How did it make you feel to win that money? Like, to make
It
your
made me want to keep drawing.
Make you want to keep drawing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on a job like this, we'll probably end up using a gallon, maybe a gallon and a quarter. Not too bad.
We had one girl riding on a box right in front of us. The police took her away.
So I think there's a big difference between the tagger, the person
Okay.
who just wants to see their initials or their symbol on as many things as possible, and the artist who is really actually creating an artwork and are using techniques and color and design to really create something that is, in many cases quite spectacular.
Just to start off, I want to say 20 years ago when I started doing graffiti or really getting in or really getting outside, I didn't picture our work being in a gallery, but I never ruled it out. I started doing graffiti in elementary school. I remember so clearly this kid brought in the book Subway Art from one of his brothers. And ever since I saw that book, it completely changed my life. I was an artist beforehand, but just the element of, you can be a superstar in the neighborhood was cool with me. I wasn't athletic. I was born with a physical handicap. So I kind of got excluded from sports and all that everybody liked to get into. So I started drawing. And when I seen this book, I followed the book, word for word, whatever the rules were, however, you had to make it come up, I took it and I just ran with it. And it was funny because as I started doing, tagging up my neighborhood and writing all over everything, like I really did it to be in the crowd, and instead, like I created my own crowd, I created my own following, which I never really realized till like years later. And slowly the crowd that I wanted to be in just kind of diminished. And I'm like, wow, But, graffiti is like real funny because, there's a lot that goes into it that, people really don't see. There's a lot of risk, there's a lot of stories, behind graffiti. There's a lot of expression, It's like, we speak visually for those who don't speak, you know what I mean? It's like, we do memorials, we immortalize our friends that pass away. There's more to it, when you look at a piece, what is it really saying,
Goof Off, graffiti remover. Removes all types of stuff.
I had some great stuff that took off graffiti once, but I couldn't get it off this time with my acetone. In fact, you know what? Yeah, it looked like it was coming off, and then after it would dry, see, it came back like that.
Right. And you want to know why?
Is that etched in there?
Yes.
That's what I said.
It's called an acid marker, and when you apply it on glass, it kind of.
Yeah, I thought so.
No matter what you do, it's not going to come off. These guys are amazing.
You kept taking my fingernail and going like this, and I kept saying, I think that's in the glass. It's in the glass.
It's in the glass.
You can scrape it, though. I scraped a little. I wonder with really fine sandpaper.
Well, I have scouring pads.
Yeah, okay.
And I can give that a shot.
Have you seen this before on the glass when you
yeah,
got it off?
Many times. No.
You don't get it
I've
off.
seen it many times, but
Son of a gun.
I have yet to be able to remove it. And I talked to a glass person about this. And I was told you basically have to replace the glass at this point. Because this will always be there.
Well, that's very abrasive. I'm thinking like a real fine sandpaper, which I might have in the back.
This may work. I don't know. Give it a shot. See what happens.
So they're getting good. They're using more and more different stuff. Yeah. There's acid in the pen.
It's a special marker. They sell them at art supplies.
Great.
Yeah, this
Like,
is
what do you need
specialty
that for?
item.
Oh, so you can etch glass.
Street art, should be encouraged in certain contexts or discouraged in others, and every city is grappling with that.
It is clearly an art form. It is very creative. The pieces that I've seen, many of them are just very, very obviously done by people with immense talent and immense skill, and the ability of layering color and using color and using the art form is just fantastic. The challenge that we have is, of course, that your ability to be artistic ends at my property line.
Right.
And that's the real challenge. We need to think about ways to provide real and public ways for these typically young artists to really express themselves in a way that it can be seen, it can be appreciated, and is able to be done in a legal way. So that's something we really need to think about.
I just wish these people would put their art towards in a more productive, have a more productive outlet, and let them get involved in beautifying the city and painting, the electrical boxes. Like I said, it's a shame they have to tag things. I can't even understand what the heck it says anyway.
Right, it's a different.
Nobody seems to be able to read it. I can't even understand what the heck it says anyway.
Right, it's a different.
Nobody seems to be able to read it.
Yeah, man, I kind of caught me at an awkward time.
What you want to do, something light? Huh? Oh, they got some hip hop over there.
Not the whole thing, although you could do the whole thing.
In the bottom of that K. And that R.
Be careful, come back to the shop. Bobby, can I have one too? Our girlfriend? My daughter, please. Can I have one too? My daughter?
Yeah,
I don't got no face.
Say my name on rap. Perhaps you hear the words from my next sequel. Part 2 is sucker for the people. Still
Check it out.